Like calling for Superman when you've killed Clark. My metaphor meanders, there's no grander scheme. I'm just whiling the time away till the next. If I had to use two words to describe Sucker Punch, they would be, have been, and continue to be, holy shit. Not only is it a richly realized stylistic fantasy epic, it's also a multivalent dissection of gender roles and the ever-present patriarchal oppression of the sacred feminine. You have no excuse to not see this movie, and you will not regret it once you do. It's 300, meets The Matrix, meets One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and just in case it wasn't awesome enough, it features Sailor Scouts killing steampunk German soldiers, dragons, orcs, and robots. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Go see Sucker Punch. And now, the preview of IMIO Episode 6, which is appropriately enough about video game narratives. While I am the first to time I flagged the New School hate parade, I had to admit this assertion gave me pause, which, like Captain America and the Red Skull, are forever locked in Mortal Kombat for the attention of their audience, from the experience. If I may put on my crotchety old man voice for a moment. Back in my day, we didn't have fancy CG cutscenes. As a consequence, games... Confessions of the Eventide Phase, Chapter 1. I imagine my room is very green. I imagine this because I, of course, cannot see myself when I'm sleeping, and aside from a short dalliance across the room to grab my clothes for the day, that is the only time I am in my room. When you live a life like mine, every minute counts. So accepting that I never, in fact, see my room, I imagine it would be very green, because that is the color of the glowing alarm clock display, the only light in the room. Not that the illumination, the color of which I've only ever seen once before, would have much company. The room is Spartan with the exception of a table, on which I lay the clothes out for the week, a gun cabinet in the closet, and a nightstand whereon I lay the alarm clock. I don't need a lot of things. After all, you can't take it with you. At this particular moment, the only moment worth imagining, the clock's display would read 7:29. The alarm is set for 7:30. I will be waking up in 1 minute. Wait for it. Just a few seconds more. It's weird how time goes by so slowly when you're aware of it. A watched kettle never boils. Three, 2, 7:30. The staccato soprano shrill of the alarm sends a lightning bolt down my spine, and I am up and out the door. I shower, eat a modest breakfast, and grab a few $100 from my safe before starting the day. If you did your research, you've probably discovered that I am independently wealthy due to a successful lawsuit with my former employer. Well, here's something that isn't in the file. I faked the whole thing. I rigged the case so it would fall on me, and I faked the injury. The exam by the insurance company was the hardest, as I kept having to remember to limp and grab objects thrown at me with my left hand instead of my right. I learned the con at an early age. As for the home security, I don't have a lot of faith in banks these days, so I figured I'd take it all out and keep it where I know it's safe. I hate myself for allowing that pun. Itinerary for the day. Noon, lunch date with Angie. 2 p.m., visit the library. 5 p.m., gig at the soup kitchen. See, I'm not all bad. 7 p.m., take bus to, well, I don't quite know yet. 8 p.m., we'll get to that in a bit. I grab a bus to a middle-classy restaurant trying to make the transition.
Subscribe.
Thank you, Subscribosaur.